All right, Ben, thanks. In fact, more than 45 million Americans have already voted. So let's see how many have voted in Wisconsin. We know right now that 1.5 million mail-in ballots were sent out. Let's see how many have been returned so far. And we know that so far, 1.1 million people in Wisconsin have already voted. Keep in mind, we're expected to see about 3 million people vote in this state when it's all said and done. How about those early in-person votings that we've seen in the last couple of days? Well, right now, 150,000 people have voted in person at their clerk's office. Let's bring in our local political panel. We have Milwaukee Democrat and Common Council President Cavalier Johnson and Waukesha County Republican National Convention Delegate Robin Moore. Thank you both for being here. Robin, let me begin with you. The president needed to reach out to those voters to try to pull them in to win Wisconsin. Who did he reach out to tonight to help him win?
I think across the board, Charles, the people that he reached out to were the ones that maybe were a little trepidatious about voting for Donald Trump, and he wins them over by being able to show a record, a reputation to run on. Joe Biden tried to make this about character, but yet he lied about fracking. He wants to bring back Biden care, and Donald Trump has done more for Americans in his 4 years than Joe Biden has done for any person with a label that he likes to put on it in 47. And I think Donald Trump made that case tonight, and that he'll do more in 4 years than Biden will do. Again, he had 8 years as vice president, 40 some years as a congressman, elected official, and he didn't do a thing to really help Americans.
So, Alderman Johnson, let me ask you that same thing. Did you think that the vice president made a case to bring more people to his side?
Absolutely. I think Vice President Biden did a tremendous job of working to make sure that he laid out a vision, actually focusing on the issues that matter to Americans, from healthcare to immigration to education and everything in between. So I think he laid out a pretty compelling message. And those people who are on the fence, I think they're going to be leaning the vice president's way.
So, Robin, let me ask you about healthcare, because right now, the president does not have a plan to protect pre-existing conditions. Isn't that a problem for Republicans?
Well, I would disagree a little bit. He already signed an executive order a few weeks back saying he would do that exactly. And let's be clear, what he wants to do is give health care back to the people and not have it be something that the government or the insurance agencies have the full control over. He's reducing drug prices and wants them to be more transparent. He wants procedures and services from your doctors to be transparent on the front end. So Donald Trump has done more to save and be transparent with Americans' dollars when it comes to health care spent than Obamacare ever did.
So, Cavalier, Alderman Johnson, let me ask you, the president says that the vice president didn't do enough to change the outcome of the 1990s crime bill that put so many young black men in prison. Do you think that's an issue for the vice president?
I think what the vice president has done is take responsibility for what's happened. And not only has he taken responsibility, he has, over his tenure in office, including as vice president, tried to reverse some of the effects of the crime bill. And I think he did a really good job of pointing out what Donald Trump's record was before he was elected to be president. You know, he worked to make sure that there was a full-page ad taken out in the New York Times to put the death penalty on 5 innocent African-American men who were looked at in the Central Park 5 incident. He's got a tremendous eviction rate on people of color in his properties in New York City. And you can go on and on. I mean, when he came down that escalator calling Mexicans rapists and criminals, it just goes on and on.
We're going to have to leave it there. We do appreciate you both weighing in on tonight's final debate. Thank you both.